So tomorrow, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, just my chest. So tomorrow, yeah. Okay, you take. Tomorrow I have to convince 175 first years of the value of appreciating art, but not just appreciating art from its beginnings, its humble beginnings in different cultures, all the way through to modernism and postmodernism. I actually have to convince them that understanding and appreciating art is important for their cultural growth and cultural capital, in fact. But I also have to get them to a point where they can be critical of how art galleries set up art. So it's a really difficult task in an hour and a half or 2 hours. Because then they're going to visit an art gallery. Do you think the hands thing is helpful?
Yeah. No, I think it actually really it helps.
But that was like in 2 minutes. I have to do that in 2 hours somehow. With people who don't necessarily have a background visiting art galleries, or really understand modern art or postmodern art, or even really understand old art, classics.
Take Brian with you.
Take which?
Brian.
Brian?
From the workshop?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I know, but I can't take anybody with me. I have to do this on my own. And one of the things that happens when I'm unsure of something is my shoulders start hunching up, and I get all red and I sweat, and I don't want to do that tomorrow. So
delete. No.
Some people have a background, and it really shows the fault lines between the different classes that are in the class. You know what I mean? The social classes. And that can be very difficult for students to come to terms with, because they think Canada is a classless society. They think that they all have the same amount of money, therefore they all have the same social class. But they all actually have a lot of different kinds of backgrounds, and it's difficult to do that in a big lecture and have people not feel embarrassed that they don't immediately recognize Picasso or something. So it's a very complex thing, and it's not an art history course. It's only 2 weeks on art. And then they go off to a gallery in the afternoon, and they have to try and deconstruct the ways in which the gallery is constructing meaning. Rather than isolate specific works of art, they have to actually go through and see how the lighting and the educational little snippets of text are interacting with the art itself, and they have to bring to bear their own background with art into a piece of writing that also invokes some of the theory they've been reading. It's a very difficult task.
So students, this is the required course for students? Or
No, it's an optional course. Many of them think it's